Yo, what's up YouTube? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm back with another one, and in today's video you'll be seeing me draw this background from start to finish. I guess not from start to finish because I don't show you the sketch though, but everything else you'll see the whole process. And the style was inspired by this show called Twende, which is animated or was animated in South Africa. And I'm basically doing this like background in the style of the show because I want to apply there. And I basically downloaded reference images online. I just searched Twende backgrounds and I found reference images which you'll see me refer to on this app called PureRef. Check out PureRef if you haven't. But yeah, you can watch me do the thing. It's a speed paint, so definitely time lapsed. Enjoy the process, and I'll be talking about it a little more as we get into it. So here's what the sketch looked like. I took the reference from real life. I was at the skate park and I decided to take a picture of what my eyes were seeing because I thought that like the skate park that I was at was pretty cool, and I really liked just like the look and feel of it. And so I thought to myself I wanted to draw this as a background. So here you can see me kind of blocking out the different like buildings and elements of the image, and what I did was separated them into different groups, so it's kind of layered, and I kept the sketch layer on top, and I just bumped the opacity down. I removed the grayscale, so just so that I can do the color and stuff and not hide the line work under the colors and stuff. And what I noticed about the style of the Twende animated show is that there's no line work, like there's no outlines anyway. There is some line work inside, but there's no like outlines. So I'm using a lot of the lasso tool. I'm using the Bezier selection tool, a lot of masking. So for example, this tree, like I just made a layer and did like the stem. Is that what it's? Yeah, the stem. Oh man, I look like an idiot right now. I did the stem on a layer, and then I did the leaves and stuff, like the tree, like the green part, on another layer. And then when I start texturing the bark or the stem, I use a mask. So I'm using Krita. And in Krita, what you do is just control select the layer, and then it pretty much selects everything that is in that specific layer. So there is a lot of layers in this file right here, and that's mainly just because I want like the most control that I can get in terms of having separate things and being able to select a whole thing as a mask. And I'm now just going in and doing like texturing and stuff using different brushes, changing the color a little bit, changing the values, looking at the reference that I have of like the 20 backgrounds, which I just literally just googled, and I think I found the Behance of one of the artists, and I just literally just went there and just started putting them in my PureRef. But yeah, you'll just see me just go in and just do like all the texturing. Everything is kind of separate, and I'm just going back and forth, deciding to render things at different times. Now I'm doing the window frames, as you can see. And another thing that I noticed about this style is that like a lot of things are wonky, so there isn't really a lot of things that are like perfectly parallel to each other. Like if it is a box in real life, you have a box and like the sides are like parallel to each other as well as the top and the bottom. But in this style, even this window you can see is like very wonky. but it's like you kind of have to, you know, find the right shapes, because sometimes you do something wonky but it still doesn't feel right. So for me, I just like pretty much tried it different ways. And I don't know, I feel like at this point it's kind of intuitive for me to a certain degree, but I also feel like it's kind of freeing on the other hand, because you don't have to worry too much about being perfect with your perspective. And here I'm just like doing some gradients and stuff just to make it feel just a little bit, you know, more realistic, I guess. And I'm looking at the reference to see how they render like corrugated steel, which is what the roofs are for these buildings. But a mistake that I kind of did was I rendered the building on the left, like the roof for the building on the left, as if the thing is facing down, which it isn't, it's facing up. But it looks like, the way I rendered it, it looks like it's facing down because it looks like there's light coming and, you know, bouncing off of that. But I did change that in the final thing. You won't see it here. Here I'm doing the interior of the skate shop. So I was here in real life. So a lot of the decisions I feel like were easier to make just because I know and I was there. So there was like skate things inside. It didn't look like this for real. But at this point I'm just kind of pulling things from memory, because I did a sketch on paper of the thing that's very rough and very quick, so I lost a lot of detail. So now I'm like counting on my memory to fill in some things. So it's gonna be quite different from the real life skate park, just because I didn't even look at the real life skate park when I was drawing this. I just used that sketch and I used this reference to do this. The colors aren't even the same. And now you see me just do like the plants and stuff, just because in the Twende backgrounds there's like a lot of plants and vegetation. It looks like post-apocalyptic. I think in the show there's like animals that live there now. There's no humans, so obviously there's like a lot of vegetation and shit. Sorry. And now I'm doing the graffiti just as these final touches, because, you know, what's a skate park without graffiti? I even feel like there isn't enough, you know, but just graffiti, more details, trying to make it feel more crisp, trying to get out of that ugly stage, and playing with the saturation and contrast. And here's what the final artwork looks like. I tried to keep this short because I didn't want to talk too much, and I didn't want it to be very long. But here's what the final artwork looks like. Thank you for watching, and, you know, comment, like if you want to see more. Peace.